Hey guys, it's Cisco Spider, and Kung Fu Panda is probably my favorite franchise of DreamWorks. Or one of them, at least. DreamWorks' sequels tend to be good, and most of the time better than the original, like Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, Madagascar, and Kung Fu Panda. Although their second sequels aren't really that impressive. But for Kung Fu Panda's case, it was really good. Not as good as the original two, but still really good. So the plot of the movie is that Master Tai comes to the mortal realm and tries to take all of the Master's Ji. Now Po has to stop Tai, master his own Ji, and finally meet his father for the first time in forever. I did not mean to quote Frozen there. Of course, Po gets more development in this movie, and I do think this is the last one in the trilogy. It seems like it at the end, how they try to wrap everything up. And of course they had to wrap all the development between Po in the first and second movie, and the way that they did it is quite nice. I like how in the first one he has to learn to get taught Kung Fu, and then the second one he learns really who he is, where he came from, and in the third one he finds more about where he came from and all that stuff, and he has to learn about teaching other people instead of being learned to be taught. He has to teach people, which he does successfully do in their own way. He teaches people how to master their own skills. As for the other characters, they don't get any development. In fact, the Furious Five, except for Tigers, barely get any lines. They have like about 3 or 4 lines, and then they're gone. They're gone for the entire movie, and they do not talk. Also a little subplot with the two dads trying to get along with each other, but not really. And it's mainly the original father, or the one that took care of Po for the longest in his life, getting a little jealous between the two pandas, and the plot isn't really focused that much in the movie, but it does get solved, and the way they do solve it is funny and nice, and it does have a little bit to do with the ending, so it's not completely changing the film for no reason. And as a end of a trilogy movie, I feel it's really good, and it does end a lot of things in the movie, and it does reference, things from the first movie and the second one, and you don't necessarily need to watch those movies to understand it, since they do explain it, but it's still a nice surprise to revisit a few things in the first one, like the skadoosh move. I really like that. And of course, like any other Kung Fu Panda movie, the animation is amazing. The choreography in this movie is, like the other two movies, spectacular, and just everything in this movie just looks amazing. I did see this movie in 3D, which I normally don't watch movies in 3D, but might as well give this one a chance, and it's not that impressive in 3D. The only amazing thing that I had to point out is the beginning scene with Master Tai and the turtle guy, I forget his name, when they're fighting and it's all floating in the spirit realm. I thought that was really cool in 3D, and if you are going to watch it in 3D, that scene in particular looks amazing. But as for most 3D movies, it isn't really that good. So Kung Fu Panda 3 isn't as good as the first two Kung Fu Panda movies, but it's still amazing and definitely one of my favorite not Kung Fu Panda, but my favorite DreamWorks movie, and definitely one of my favorite trilogies of all time, besides maybe Toy Story. I definitely recommend this movie if you like Kung Fu Panda movies. Like I say, you don't necessarily need to watch the first two Kung Fu Panda movies, but I'd say just give them a revisit. They are amazing movies, so why not? I definitely recommend this pair movie than Norm of the North. Definitely. So, yeah, I'm the Disco Spider, and peace out.